Yes, he's 37 years old. Yes, people may call him Christina. Some may say he's a geriatric. Some may call him Tapnaldo. Some may say he plucks his eyebrows. But the fact of the matter remains. You can say all you want about him, and haters can talk because I'm one of those, bro. I am a registered Cristiano Ronaldo hater, 100%. But one thing you cannot deny is this guy's long term dedication to getting freaking G's. And after the abuse, he's finished, he's done, he's bringing the team down. He drops a three-piece. Oh, and where's that human treat from called Hurricane? Let's get it. So obviously, I've got a few guys here to help me with this, man. But I want to just give my thoughts first before I bring it into the other guys on because I've got a few things to say. I've got a few things to say now. Um, People like to talk, and I'm one of those guys that I like to talk, and I've given my views on Cristiano. But you have to see, I'm consistent with what I've said about Cristiano in terms of the eye test, in terms of technique, in terms of that, je ne sais quoi, and that kind of football Salini. He's maybe not North African dude. But I've said this for a long time, and I will keep on saying it. He is probably, in terms of just the art of putting the ball in that net no matter what, I don't think I've ever seen a guy like Cristiano. I don't think I ever have. Because this was a game that United needed to win. And let's be clear here. Overall, you may argue that Tottenham were probably the better team. Now, United countered very well. But when you look at the positions Tottenham put themselves in, and when you just look at the areas in which Tottenham had themselves in, you say, well, Tottenham should have won. Now, I need Mick Richards to say something because Mick Richards, he said that Benzema has only now come on to Harry Kane's level. That's what you said. So, Mick Richards, you need to explain that to me as to why only right now Homeboy, because Harry Kane, I believe all he did was score a penalty, and I don't think he was around for the rest of the game. But it's fine. Rob will obviously talk to me about it. But because look, you look at that first goal. That's an amazing goal. That's an amazing goal. I didn't know that he could strike a ball that well. Remember, Hugo Lloris he's not Courtois, he's not Mendy, but he's still a top keeper. To score from there, people would say, oh, Hugo Lloris is to blame. But to score from there and you are apparently a finished geriatric called Cristiano Ronaldo, that's big time. That's big time. That's big time. I've got to give it to you. Because, you see, my thing is, this is what he does. And even if you're a hater, some may call me a hater. Fine, call me a hater. Yes, I'm a Ronaldo hater. I will never see him as one of the greatest of all time. It's never going to happen. But even if you're a hater, you've still got to take a step back and be like, you know what? The guy's mentality to win and mentality to put him in a winning position, even if you're a hater, you have to admire it. You have to. You have to. So the game goes to 2-1, getting the game back. And now the game now goes into, because obviously 2-1, boom. That's what Cristiano does. Right place, right time, boom. Because the 3 goals that Cristiano scored is why you have to put him as one of the greatest goal scorers of all time, because these were 3 very different kinds of goals. The first goal shows how well he strikes the ball. The second goal shows how he's in the right place at the right time and his off the ball movement is tier 1. So it goes, so it's 2-1, boom, boom, boom. But Tottenham are still playing well. Remember, Tottenham are playing well, but they just don't have an X factor. Kane is not an X factor. He sells fruits down on Kingsbury Road. But Tottenham get themselves back in the game, and we're going to have a conversation about Harry Maguire. We need to have a conversation about Harry Maguire because I need people to tell me that, wait, bro, pundits, why isn't Jerry Maguire inducted? Why aren't pundits saying that Jerry Maguire is trash? This guy has been a liability in subsequent games for United, but I don't hear anybody say no. This guy's a freaking liability, and he's a captain. I mean, I just don't get how you're the captain and you're a liability. But fine, Tutu. Do you know what? I was saying to myself, don't let this guy drop a three-piece. Like, don't let this guy drop a three-piece. And lo and behold, he shows how good his shooting is from long range. He showed how good his off-the-ball movement is, and he shows how good he is in the air. Corner comes in, and the header was so good, Lloris didn't even move. Boom, top corner, and what are you going to say? Because it's funny. If United had the guy in the opposite dugouts, I think these guys have a much better season. So I said, if Conte was the manager and he played to Cristiano's strengths, United are a very dangerous team. It's just that Ralph just is not really playing to his strengths. But this is where we get the whole Cristiano Messi thing. And I don't want to do it, but I've got to talk. I will always view Messi as the better player. Always. Messi is overall the better player. I'll always say that Messi is overall the better player because he brings in more. If I need to win a game, this is a must-win game, I'm choosing Cristiano Ronaldo over Messi every single day. It's just facts. Messi is the better player. Messi brings more assists, passing, dribbling so much. He's greater on the eye test. But in terms of, bro, I need that mentality. Because this was a must win. So I need somebody who be like, bro, give me that pressure. I'm here to say what's up. I will always go for Cristiano Ronaldo. Because his mentality is just stronger. And I think because we can't ignore this. Now, I get it. Messi brings it more and so forth. But Red Devil Studio is here. And he's going to say, I won't say, but RS is going to bring it up. 10 assists, cool. 2 goals in the Uber Eats. And right now, Cristiano, let me just tell you. So keep in mind, Messi has 2 goals in the Uber Eats. Remember, this is a trash league. He has 2 goals in the Uber Eats. I want to show you something right now. I'm going to show you something right now. And this it may shock you, it may not shock you. I want to show you something right now. He's second. Whoa, wow. A lot of guys are tied. But this is the Premier League. What people will say far tougher and more elite and more prestigious than Uber Eats. 12 goals. Messi's on 2. 12 goals, Messi's on 2. And again, guys, this is just me. I'm just a regular guy. This is not here to hate on Messi, but we have to talk about adaptability and being able to do it in different situations and not relying on other guys to say what's up. Because that is why we say that, well, Cristiano is a guy where put him in any situation, whether it's United early days, Real Madrid, Juventus, Portugal, a messed up, unbalanced United team, he will always find a way. He will always find a way. So he's not reliant on things are not going well. And you have to admire that. You have to admire a guy who be like, okay, things aren't going so well. This team's not so good. Just give me that ball. I'll figure it out. The team doesn't. I know the system is not gelling with me. Give me the ball and I will figure it out. You have to admire that. You have to admire that. I mean, for where Tottenham are concerned, because a few things that I will bring the guys in. Harry Kane. See, everybody was twerking for Harry Kane when he did what he did against Man City. Amazing. And obviously, I think he's now gone. I think he's equaled Lampard's record now, going ahead of Andres. Oh, Kane is one of the best in the world, world class and everything. I'm like, you can't be world class if you only do it on Queen Elizabeth's Island. You have to do it in subsequent seasons in the Champions League and at World Cups, and so forth over several seasons. But to be compared to Lewandowski and Benzema, I need subsequent seasons of saying what's up in the UCL. But fair enough, people say what's up. For Kane, the opposite don't look good. A 37-year-old just showed you up. I'm sorry. A 37-year-old just showed you up. A guy who people say is finished, who lives in an old folks' home where nurses clean his ass. He just showed you up. So again, I respect Harry Kane, but I'm sorry, it just showed you that there are levels between CR37 and the human tree trunk. Keep it real. Keep it in the stack. For me, still believe. And this is the last thing that I'll bring it to guys. See, Tottenham, they're done. They're finished. They're not making top four. These guys don't make the top four. And I think Conte, there's only so much he can do. Nah, these guys, they're not serious. And they played well. They did good. But you need those specific guys with the specific extra factor, those individuals to now say what's up for you. Sorry, no. Last two things I'll bring the guys at Maguire. Come on, guys. Come on, man. I mean, this guy's a liability. Like, I don't think there's a greater tax in the world than the Quinlity tax. The Quinlity tax is phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. How does this guy still the captain? How? This guy's trash. He's a liability. He's a fridge. How do you allow a fridge to be captain of your side and continue to be a liability for you? I no offense to fridges, bro. I use the fridge to store food and everything, so fridge is good. But a fridge can't play football and a fridge can't defend. Do United make top four? I say yes. Tottenham, no. I still believe United will make top four because I believe Arsenal, and that's why they're going to make top four. Arsenal don't have this dude. When it gets down to those real nitty-gritty things, when the pressure now mounts, I don't believe in Saka and Marcelo under pressure. When the pressure really mounts and it's a must-win, CR37 is going to get that goal because he's going to find a way. Just as he did with Juventus. Remember, people say, Juve will not do it, and his goals helps Juventus. The same way, when it gets down to the real nitty-gritty, Arsenal will start messing up. They'll start taking the L's, and United will win the games that they have to win, and CR37 will be a part of it. And guys, make no mistake, this is my final thing, make no mistake, he is dropping minimum a two-piece on Simeone on Tuesday. I want to come first to Rob and then to Red Devils because I want to get the Tottenham and the United guys. So, Rob, talk to me.
Yes. The first goal from United was terribly defended by Dyer, for example, because he didn't press Ronaldo. That's why they scored with the first goal. And the third goal was basically that Ronaldo jumped over Doherty. And with the second goal, Reguilon played Ronaldo onside. So that were basically all defensive mistakes where United scored, but there were still great goals from Ronaldo. And Son had a terrible game. He fell over twice during the game for no reason at all. He was the only player to do that. He had a terrible game. He should have come off in the game at least around 60 minutes. He should have come off for someone else. So Son played terribly. Kane had an average game. Defensively, mistakes. That's why Spurs lost today.
But and a few words for Cristiano. I mean, does this change your view towards Cristiano of him dropping a three-piece on your club?
He's still a great goal scorer, and he did that today. The goals were great, even though they were defensive mistakes.
RDS, talk to me. No. RDS, before you go, because I know you've got a lot to say. So let me just hit these jobs and I'll come to RDS. So RR7 says, Percy, come outside. You still comparing? Oh Lord. Whimsical Thought says, tis season Spurs' third highest goal scorer. This season Spurs' third highest goal scorer, own goals. God damn. Wow. As deep. C-Line. Was CR7 that man LSG needed instead of Messi? Yeah. You put Cristiano in a team with Neymar and Mbappe. You know what? What would work better is Cristiano with Messi and Neymar. I think that would have worked better because just not a guy who's a pure goal scorer. But he puts Cristiano with Mbappe and Neymar. That would probably work even better because you have a guy who is a pure cold-blooded goal scorer and another very good goal scorer and a creator. So, but again, it's hard to say. Hard to say. Nas A says CR37 more legals to. Oh my god. Oh my god! You see, that's you see, we don't need to go there. But I mean, Wing Bubane says, "Salam alaikum to all my CFC fans. Arab way, baby. Yes, we're getting bought by the Saudis. Yes, yes, yes. We're going to talk about that tonight, man. Don't worry, man. Arsenal CL winners. God forbid. Lewandowski, Benzema, and CR37 hat tricks. Lukaku next.
Exactly. Speak on it. Speak on it after.
Red Devil, hold up. Because Red Devil, I've got a bone to pick with you, so relax, bro. I've got a bone to pick
I don't
with
know
you.
what bone, but go.
Yeah. Says Messi may be better talent-wise, but CR7 is greater. It depends on how you want to define great. Depends on how you want to define great. Yeah, it says, HH, he's the GOAT. I know it. We know it. You know it. Bro, I don't know. Maybe for you, I'm not calling him the GOAT, but he's a great goal scorer. He's an amazing goal scorer. I have to say that. Mr. Mans, the bottle clubs, PSG, Spurs, and Napoli. Oh, dear me. Because I've not even seen the Napoli score. Whimsical thought. Hope we got to put our upper hand and say today CR7 had the best game in United shirt, second stint. And that's too at a crucial juncture for United. Even if you're a hater, and I think even if you're a hardcore Messi fan, you have to give it up. Like, you'd look stupid. It's a key game, an important game. He's coming off pressure by people saying prior to the game, oh, he's finished. Oh, he should be sold. Oh, he's a liability and so forth. Remember, they were struggling without him. He comes in after injury and drops a 3-piece in a game that people thought, bro, I think as a Liga that said United would win. When we did the preview, guys either said a draw or Spurs. We did a poll. Most people said Spurs would win. I said United would win. Cristiano's going to say, what's up? That's what. So people didn't believe this would happen. So the fact that people didn't believe this would happen, that they thought Tottenham would beat you, and you come and you say, yo, what up? I give you 3
Wait, so HH, what you're saying is that, like, Ronaldo actually defies your jinx. Like, he's that good that he's actually...
I know. No. Okay, this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Arsenal CL winners 22-23 is don't put Arsenal with these two band quality teams. Let's wait until the end of the season. You're not making top 4. You know it, and I know it. Arsenal making top 4, bro. Brand HH, your GOAT was clutch. Maguire Class A. Maguire is already in Class A, and there's now push to put him into a scholarship, man. Hey, boy, yeah, he was clutch. Really clutch. Zoteng TV, CR7 will be the first to 1,000 goals. No Bruno and we ball. Oh, that's a very good point. No Bruno. Bruno is a turnover machine. The fridge tried to sabotage, but the GOAT lives. GOAT Naldo lives. Zoteng, I thought you stopped being a United fan. See, all you fakes, man. K-Dog, Benzema has got more goals against league teams than Messi. Oh, Lord. And Zoteng TV gets HH, my lord. My lord, we've got rejected. Listen, 807G is not in Brazil playing versus his kids, but playing in Europe's top division. At the age of 37, he is still performing. Zoteng TV, go out on loan. Remain on loan, man. Okay, RDS, now you're here. And I'll come to Abdul and Ford. Ford, that's a very messed up AVI, by the way. But oh yeah, that's Ratatouille. Yeah, RDS. No, first of all, RDS. Do you know you are a fake?
How so?
So when United are trash and doing badly, you send out your boy Magpies Studios. Then when United suddenly do something amazing, then you have to be consistent. Win, lose, or draw, remain consistent.
Magpies was there on the Friday because you were presumably doing a preview for the Newcastle-Chelsea game. So you wanted to sort of, which I think is still tomorrow if I recall, and there was something about you not being able to afford to go to places and stuff like that. So I think it was appropriate for Magpies to be there to just make sure that you guys could actually get to the game. That was, I think, the most important thing. But let's focus on today. I think today is important. Just give me a second. Just give me a second.
Your opinion on Messi getting his hands on breast and ass in the Uber Eats? You see, let's keep real. He's gonna baptize Uber Eats. I've never really bought into that whole notion of like Messi can't do it in another league. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of in my life. Like, if he performs and can drop 50 in La Liga, which has done better than any other leagues, logic will state that he will do the same, if not better, in other leagues. Messi is so angry with how Barca did this, combined with getting that massive weight off his shoulder of winning the Copa America. He's like, I want to have some fun. So him choosing Pietri is, you know what, let me just go here and just ball out. Let me go here and just ball out and just go crazy. And just go absolutely crazy and insane.
Also, so you
So absolutely crazy and insane. HH, your jinx knows no bounds, man. Your jinx knows no bounds. And I want to start this because this is a man who you try to jinx. You know, you try to jinx.
I didn't try to jinx. I truly believed in what I said. I truly believed in what I said.
Game, and I don't know what happened. I don't know whether Ronaldo tuned in because I said I wasn't here. Magpies was there, and Ronaldo was watching in the background, was thinking, listen, you know, Benzema scores a hat-trick this week. Lewandowski scores a hat-trick this week. Messi flops. And now these guys are trying to say, listen, I need Ronaldo to flop as well. Wanting him, begging him to flop. HH, I could share your Twitter feed because when Ronaldo scored that third goal, someone wasn't happy. But actually, to be fair, and I said apologies, wasn't here on Friday. I do have to shout out you forward. Forward, I have to shout you out. I really, really have to shout you out forward because I think personally for me, if it wasn't for you, I don't think that we would have won today.
hold up. Ronaldo.
Wait. How? Explain how.
Both Ronaldo and Cavani are fit to play, apparently.
So Cavani actually wants to kick ball though.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
Talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
Because Ronaldo's playing, I'm going 3-2 Spurs.
I wasn't here, bro. I wasn't here. So Magpies forward that onto me, man. So shout out to you forward, man. Without that massive reverse jinx, United don't win that game. So this is I'm thanking HH, I'm thanking Ford, I'm thanking you guys. That inner rage to bring down Manchester United. Ronaldo said, listen, I'm bigger. Okay, I'm that dude, I'm that guy. There's a reason why I am possibly, if not the greatest of all time. And he said, what's up today? He said, what's up? United won that game because of CR7. Now, what I would say, in fairness, is that it wasn't just Ronaldo today. Fred somehow today discovered that he was Brazilian. He discovered he was Brazilian today. Like Fred had a very
No, that was a nice flick for the first goal.
Nice flick. But even just in general, his recovery, like to be honest, I'm going to get a bit of hate here, but Pogba, especially in the second half, like tailored off. He was losing the ball quite a bit. You know, I still think our midfield was more balanced today as it has been when Bruno's played. So if you guys want to turn to Bruno, that's fine. We did have a more balanced midfield, I thought, today. But Fred had a very good game. Sancho, I think, is showing that he's that dude. You know, so he started off slow, and you do have to wonder. I generally still don't understand why Oli didn't rate Sancho or favor him. Seeing how he's playing now, I don't know whether it's because Ralph is a German coach. He knows how to get the best out of him. Familiarity, I don't know. But with what we're seeing with Sancho, I've got no idea why he was exiled and treated the way he was at the beginning of the season. Fullbacks were okay. Obviously, Teller's been a good game. There's nothing to say about Harry Maguire anymore, really. There's really nothing to say about Harry Maguire, you know. So
do you think there's anything he can do to get dropped? So, or basically, there's nothing he can do to get dropped. The Lizzie tax is too great.
I think depending on if Ralph stays, you know, and if Ralph gets a German business coach in, what's probably going to happen is that we'll get Rudiger on a free. Maguire will go into the ethos of space. That's the most likely that's going to happen because we can't have Maguire starting for Manchester United next season. There's got to be a review somewhere. But overall, at the end of the day, like. This gives this Manchester United team momentum going into the Atletico Madrid. Nah, this no. It's. I say I'm thanking. This is not a grill. This is not make fun of. I'm thanking Ford. I'm thanking you guys for your reverse jinx predictions, because without it, I don't think United win this game, man. To be honest, So, but overall, brilliant performance from this side. They needed this. I still think United aren't going to get top four, because I think Arsenal are just too good. Just
You're
like
getting
I think
top four. You're getting
no,
you're getting top four.
no. United don't get to, and Liverpool winning the league and Chelsea winning the Champions League. Those things are still fixed. Nothing is going to change for those things. That's still the case. But we'll see.
Okay.
But we'll see what happens.
Before I come to Abdul, shout out to your boy RR7, man. Is Percy? Thank you for the dub, bro. Is Percy even top 20 all time? CR7 GOAT top scorer. Sue. Look, yes, he's top 20. Relax. Okay, just relax. He is. Abdul, talk to me about
Also,
the
before I go
GOAT,
to
man.
Abdul, just one quick question to the panel and to the chat. I need to just clarify this one thing before Abdul speaks. Ronaldo, how many goals did Ronaldo score today?
Ardias, don't do this.
No.
Just
Just
don't do this,
how many
bro.
goals did he score? How many goals did he score?
Abdul, can you talk
Man,
over him,
how many
please?
goals did Ronaldo score today?
Abdul, can you talk over him, please?
He scored more than what Messi did
Zeman,
his
mute your
entire
mic.
season in the French league.
Abdul.
So wait,
Abdul.
so you're telling me that Ronaldo scored more goals in one game than Messi has in the entire Liga? Is that
Correct?
So the chat to the panel, is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, that's correct. That's what I'm saying,
Abdul,
correct.
thoughts on our goats.
Go on.
Thoughts on our goats.
HH, as a fellow human being, can you hear me, by the way? Like, bro, I hope somebody has Sean's number, man, because
No. Abdul, no. Abdul, like
Great
it's
God, man.
it's bad. Like Abdul, like it's bad because like
it's
I don't want to
bad.
go into detail, but because that's why that's RDS receipts is so bad, because when you just you're comparing Uber Eats Premier League, he's out of the Champions League. What if he does what he does against Atletico? Actually, even when you look into detail, it's more complex. But the optics on the surface, Abdul, it's bad. It's bad.
It's horrible, bro. It's horrible. But bro, this is why he's my goal, man. I've been saying this for a while. Actually, this is why he's our goal, man. But somebody needs to check up on Sean. But bro, like, I want to touch on Spurs first, because, like, for Antonio Conte's system, we've seen for a while, how much he relies on fullbacks. You know what I mean? His fullbacks are so important, especially in games where the opposition, they're absorbing pressure. Like when they're being attacked, like the striker can say what's up. But for like an Antonio Conte team, bro, when they have to attack and put on the pressure, the fullbacks are essential. They're absolutely essential. And today we saw Doherty and Reguilon drop stinkers, bro. Like, these guys are horrible. They are trash.
I mean, did you see the amount of chances that they missed? These guys, they missed
and they can't put
crazy
a crossing,
chances.
bro. Have you seen that crossing? Horrible, bro. So bad, especially Doherty. Oh my god, bro. Like, one cross, bro. Put one good cross in, man. So I actually felt bad for Harry Kane, because, bro, like that, what Michael Richards said made me want to rip my hair off. But to be fair,
but this is the issue.
Yeah,
Once you now see that crap, you're like, okay, let's now see this guy that everybody is talking about. And then
but to be fair, like, in an Antonio Conte system, you gotta understand how his system works. And when Antonio Conte's system has the ball and has to attack, the striker can't do much on his own. He relies on the fullbacks to put in good crosses and good service. And Doherty and Reguilon were trash, bro. Horrible, man. These guys, they're signing fullbacks every summer and getting it wrong.
Well, I mean, Reguilon helped to produce the second goal. So
I know they did, but he was still trash.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I was a United fan today, bro, I'm gonna be honest, I would be more confused than I would be happy, because I would be asking.
Wait. Why
Let me explain myself. Because I would be asking myself, why didn't they do this against Watford at home 2 weeks ago? Why couldn't they score a goal?
Abdul, please listen to what I said. I said this is the kind of game that they'd win. Now, if they turn up against Burnley or so forth, they'll probably lose.
That's why. Wait, let me finish. This is why I say to you, if I was a United fan, I would be more confused than happy, because you can, like, Ronaldo can turn up and score a hat-trick today, but he was missing sitter after sitter against Watford. So how does that make sense? Because the 3 points against Watford are just as valuable as the 3 points against Spurs. So it's great that you show up in the big game against Arsenal and Spurs, but do it against Villa and fucking and Watford, bro, because 3 points is 3 points. But bro, fair play to him, man. He showed up, man. You gotta put respect on his name. Like, bro, this guy's 37. When he was 34, the same age as Messi, bro, he was bagging in like 30, 40 goals at Juve, bro.
Yeah.
He was. Like, people forget this guy's 37. He's not 34, Messi's age. You know what I mean?
No. Like, Abdul, you can't hate. You can't. Like, I still don't rate him as a footballer and so forth, and I never will. But in terms of delivering, I mean, you can't hate on the dude, because this guy, like, my team needs me. Oh, the guys are saying that I'm finished. And trust me, he uses that as fuel. Abdul, I promise you, I bet you, the guy's dropping it a 2-piece on Tuesday against
I know. But I want to talk about, like, the game overall, because like, for me today, I saw Ragnick. Ragnick, he's turned into Gid HH. He has turned into Gid. He just wants to get it done. And the reason why I say that is because he clearly allowed Spurs to have possession. Like, they outpossessed them.
Yeah.
Spurs controlled the game when they were losing. And this isn't typical Ragnick HH. It's clear that he's listened to your hangouts. He's listened to your videos. And he said to himself, you know what? I just need to do what's best for this team, get the best out of these players, because they clearly can't be dominating a game because they're too open at the back. They make too many mistakes. And this team, they're best on the counter-attack. And that's what we saw today. Did you notice, like, every time Spurs, they equalized, United would start dominating again?
Yeah, no, because you see, imagine if he played full-on rag ball against Tottenham. That's a risk.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a full-on risk. And that's probably what Conte was expecting, and that is why people thought Tottenham were going to win. Because
me too.
Rag ball, open against open, Tottenham will feast.
But that's why I said to you, like, I'm surprised that what's it called?
Oh wait, sorry, Abdul, sorry to interrupt. It looks like Sean is in the chat, and I think he's saying that Messi. There's a few comments. Shout out to Sean. Sean is listening, man. So that Messi is apparently finished, man. So there's a few. Messi ain't getting no more, but but go on, Abdul. Sorry, man.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, I was surprised to see. Like, did you guys notice that every time Spurs they equalized, United they would dominate again? That just goes to show that it was United who was allowing Spurs to have the ball. It wasn't Spurs being superior on the ball. It was United simply allowing them to have the ball. But bro, like, yo, come on, like, bro, I'm seeing United fans like celebrating this as if they won the Champions League, bro. Relax, I'm telling them, man. Come on, bro, relax. But fair play to you guys. I hope, bro. To be fair, yeah, as a neutral, aka a City fan, like, I couldn't really care whether it's Arsenal or United that get top 4, because I hate both of y'all, bro. I hate both of your fan bases. To be fair,
sorry, Abdul,
but I feel like,
Go on, Abdul. Go on.
But I do feel like, bro, if United got it, I think United will get it, because you guys, you have the goal, man. You have the goal, and not just that, bro. You are United at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
So before I come to forward, right, Aris, what did you want to say?
I just want to ask a quick question. Abdul, did you have any money on this game?
I did, actually, and I won.
Oh, okay.
Wait, how much did you bet? How much did you win?
50 on United to win. I won 130.
Did you bet it on both teams? Is that why you won?
Just United to win.
Just United. Okay.
Forward, talk to me, man. Forward, talk to me.
You know what? Just to answer a previous question of Abdul and why United fans should be so confused that they played pretty well today and won, but you couldn't beat teams like Watford, Villa, Burnley. The answer is in my Avi. Like, that's the answer. Yep. If you want to put me on full screen just so everybody can see it clearly, that is the answer. Ratatouille, aka Bruno Fernandes. This guy, I've been saying for a long time, is the biggest fraud in football history. He's a disgrace to the number 10 position, and he kills so many of United's attacks. So that's why it was, while again, United weren't absolutely amazing today, but they were a lot more fluid in the final third. And that's why we saw opportunities for Sancho to show what he can do. Pogba, again, while he wasn't at his absolute best, certainly retained the ball a lot better for United in the final third. Was able to get Ronaldo and Sancho into good positions. And of course, we got to talk about some people's GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, RDS, you're welcome for the jinx, even though I think that audio was a bit skewed, but okay, you're welcome.
I heard 3-2 to Spurs forward. That's a bit. I could be wrong, But
I mean, you might have switched it around. No. In all honesty, I did predict 3-2 Spurs. Again, I did say that this is a game you shouldn't bet on. No, fair play to Abdul for betting and actually winning some money.
Yeah.
But again, in full disclosure, again, people will say, "Oh, you're capping," but I mean, there is evidence on Twitter. I did actually say once I saw the lineup and that Ratatouille wasn't there, United are gonna win. Like I literally said that. And even while watching the game with my brother, like when the players did the walkout and the camera was on Ronaldo, like he just gave a certain look to the camera. And I thought, you know what? This is gonna be his day. You just have that feeling with Ronaldo. That, he can give you that kind of feeling.
Oh no, Ford, relax. He always has that look. He always has.
You know
that
what
look.
it is, though? It's different.
He had that look when Portugal played against Uruguay in the World Cup. He always has that look, man. Come on.
No, this one was different. This one was different, and even his body language at the start of the game was different. You know why? Because again, the United fans, obviously, they watch us. They watch them more than we do. Like I think the game against Watford where he missed, I think, an early chance. I think maybe it was either offside or maybe the keeper saved it. And like his body language is so negative after the miss. It wasn't like that of somebody, again, this is Ronaldo that we've watched for 15, 20 years, so we know him quite well. It wasn't that of somebody that, I missed a chance, but I'm going to get it back later. It was more of an expression of, I missed a bad chance. I'm playing with a shit team. I'm probably not going to get another chance later in the game. And that's just how it came across. But today, and again, maybe I'm reading a bit too much into it, but I'm pretty sure he watched what happened with Messi earlier in the week. And I thought that there was just an extra bit of, you know what, there's something in there for me. I'm going to have a big week. I'm going to, again, come back in this GOAT debate.
No, because for see, I've always said that he cares more about the rivalry than Messi. Messi doesn't give a damn. Cristiano really plays into it and cares about it a lot more. Hence why, bro, he watches all of Messi's games, all of them.
Yeah. He's sick like that. And again, he's sick in a good way because mentally, that's what makes him the monster that he is. And while, again, for me, Messi clearly is the better technical footballer, Ronaldo's mentality is what brings him to this elite level and is able to produce these elite moments. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean for me that this is now a moment that changes the GOAT debate. I feel like their prime settled the GOAT debate for me. But what, again, makes Ronaldo special is his mentality. And it's just the fact that he used that mentality to change his game. Because he was about flair and skills before back in the day, but he really changed it just to be about goals. And even in this matured state of his game where he can't really do the runs like he used to, he's not as explosive as he was, not as skillful, not as energetic to people to get involved in the game as much. He's still able to be decisive. And what I will always give Ronaldo credit for is that if you look at some of the great wingers of all time, the likes of Ronaldinho, even in the modern era, like guys like Robinho, Giggs, Beckham, like they generally don't.
Forward. Can I ask you a question? Forward, quickly. Neymar or Dino, bro, quickly.
Ronaldinho, come on, guys.
Clear, bro. Well, tell that to Wilton when he goes. Tell that.
Come on, Ronaldinho, obviously, but even Neymar's another example of a great winger, but he hasn't really. I don't think he's going to age that well. Like, if we're being honest, but Ronaldo was able to change his game, adapt, be a great inside forward, and now just be a great pure striker. So, all credit to him. Another trophy for Man United to celebrate the fact that they're in top 4 now. So, I mean, the way they're celebrating online, crazy, but it is what it is, man. So, fair play to them, fair play to Ronaldo, and yeah, top 4 battles looking interesting.
All right, before I come to Z-Man, man, shout out to Abdallah Laman, says CR37 is currently on 94 Premier League goals tally now. Congrats, man. Congrats, you boy. CR, man. Will CR37 get 100 Premier League goals? Yeah, he will. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Of course he will. 100%. Like, yeah, that's easy. 100%. Also, someone says Kane channeling his inner Penaldo Messi. Yeah, look, man, Kane didn't have a horrible game, but he didn't really have his greatest game. Keep it fair, man. Abracadabra, Alakazam. The worst thing to happen to Messi was winning that Copa America. It's made him relax. You can put CR7 on his bowlers team and he will bag goals for you. I don't think it's what he needed that. He needed that. He needed to win that Copa America. So I don't think it's relaxed him. I just think that that's the beauty about football. We all believe that Messi would go crazy in Uber Eats. For some reason, he hasn't. He's had a pretty horrible season by his standards. And you see, I knew CR37 was going to score, but I didn't think that he'd show up to this degree. I knew he would score, but I didn't think that this guy is going to drop winning goals, hat tricks against Tottenham and so forth. I didn't think it'd be to this degree. So is one thing I'll say, oh, flip. Yeah, I knew you were a goal scorer, but this is even like this is shocking me. So I'm like, bruh.
HH,
that's
are we going to talk about Conte, HH? Because Spurs, they haven't won a back-to-back game since December.
Abdul,
we have to talk about Conte.
Why did Conte take this freaking like? If Conte formed and say, Conte, bro, these guys are plagued. They have a sickness. You can't win with these dudes. If Mourinho can't win with these dudes, you can't win with these dudes. So I'm sorry, like Conte, there's nothing like. Every single time you're like, oh, it's good, and then they always bring it back down. They're not winning a trophy. You're not winning a trophy with these guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but HH is not about just winning trophies. It's about actually playing football that a top six should to play. And Tottenham, even with performances when they've been good, like okay, they beat Everton 6-0, whatever, Leeds 6-0. Like, yeah, and obviously they beat City, and that was a great performance. But the inconsistency, like it's pathetic. And you're meant to be an elite manager.
It's what Tottenham are. Like, tell me something like. That's not even a news flash. Tell me something I don't know. It's what's Tottenham out there. There is not a strong core within this team. There just isn't. And also keep it real. I don't know whether Rob will agree or disagree. Bale did more than Kane did. Because Kane is a stats padder. Bale was literally carrying probably a worse team on his back and was showing up in more games and doing much crazier stuff in more games than what Kane did.
I don't know. Bale had a pretty good team.
No, he's good. He's a stats padder. Kane is a freaking stats padder, bro.
I don't know. I mean, he had Luka Modric, like Van der Vaart, and like Ericsson. Not Ericsson towards the end. He had good players that he played with. So let's not do that. But again, with Antonio Conte, he can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep getting away with the fact that when Tottenham lose, it's because it's Tottenham DNA. Yes, we know that they're a crap team. We know that they have a lot of crap players. But you're meant to be Antonio Conte. People put him on the level of Pep and Klopp. They say he's better than Tuchel because he's won more league titles, which I disagree with.
No.
Go and show me that you're an elite manager and get more out of this team on a consistent basis. You got Bentancur and but you can't get more out of this Tottenham team.
Okay, Ford. I mean, before I come, because I need to read a few videos and come to Zima. Ford, my question is, who? Name me one manager who can get more out of this team. Pep, bring Pep. Pep because Pep needs his players. If Pep said, no, bro, you have Levy as your owner, you can't buy any guy that you want. You have to work under a very strict budget without penny pincher Levy. Pep ain't doing anything with these guys.
You know why?
So let me imagine who will win a trophy with these guys because there is a culture within this team of mediocrity. There's just a culture that's there. So there's only so much Conte. There's only so much of a degree that you can blame Conte. Let me just say this.
No, but hey, just to respond to that, I do have to say, like, Levy and Ening got it wrong by hiring Conte because they tried to continue going with this elite manager, like in terms of their CV. They tried to keep going with that manager, thinking they've got a squad to do it. United on paper have more of a squad that you can get that elite manager. Maybe they can get something out of them. But Tottenham, they need a full rebuild. They need somebody that's actually going to coach them from the ground up, get them having better fundamentals and basics of how they're going to play football, and then go and attack games. Because right now, they're a mismatch of having, some world-class on their day, world-class attackers, and a very average team behind it. And when you say what manager can get more out of Tottenham, I can tell you plenty of managers who can get more out of Tottenham. And I'll tell you the one that Tottenham should have got in the summer. It should have been Graham Potter. They should have got Graham Potter who could actually coach a team how to play proper football because Conte, this first team, they don't play great football.
Can Graham Potter secure top 4 or win a trophy with Tottenham?
He would get Tottenham playing better football than this. And you know what?
That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. Because Tottenham don't have to play good football. It's two things. Secure top 4 or win a trophy. No number of claim for good football. Secure top 4, win a trophy. Because that was what Mourinho was brought in for. We have to win a trophy. We have a crazy stadium. Let's win a trophy. Not playing good football. Okay, we play good football, but we finished 7th with no trophies. Now what?
You know what it is? Graham Potter with the likes of Bissouma, Lallana, Alzate, and all these guys who are good players but not great, is playing much better football than this Tottenham team. And he's doing it with Neil Maupay and Welbeck up front. Those guys are not clinical. If you give him this Tottenham team with Harry Kane and Son finishing chances, I think you know what he would do better than Conte. So yeah, I'll stand by that. Graham Potter would do better with this team than Conte.
I don't think so, man.
You see, Ford, that is the Moyes complex. Look at what Moyes was doing with Everton. If Moyes can do this with Everton, and he gets the players that he has at
I
United,
disagree.
oh
You're
my
not watching
gosh.
Graham Potter closely then, because he's actually a very good tactician.
Yeah,
he's
that's-
actually a very good tactician. That's the difference. He's not one of these Brexit managers you can call him. Graham Potter got his football education outside of this country. Again, that's why I rate. I don't rate him because he's English. I rate him because he actually got a proper football education.
Exactly, went out and got exactly. That's
Well, people forget even as Ostersund's team, like in the Europa League, and this is when I first became aware of them. Like, they outplayed Arsenal. And I'm thinking, let's ban to Arsenal. But I thought, you know what? These guys actually play pretty good football. Then I realized they have an English coach. I'm like, who's this Graham Potter guy? Why is he not managing in England? So I read up a bit more about him, and you find out he's actually more of a scholar of the game than most managers you'll find in this country. Which is why I'll come back to the point. Very underrated manager, and Tottenham should have gone for the rebuild rather than going for Antonio Conte.
Okay. So let me just hit this just because I want to give it to Z-Man. JJ96, Kane had no help tonight. Son is trash now. Son did not have a good game. It's one freaking bad game. They didn't have a good game.
No.
The sun rises in the east.
Tommy Kane was water. The Tommy Kane was better than Benzema.
No. I'm sorry.
I'm going to hold Kane more to the fire than I will Son, because you say, oh, he's Lewandowski, Benzema's level. Let's see it now. A penalty?
No. But how high do you rate Son? Do you rate him higher than Kane?
No, HH, we got to hold you accountable.
You rate him higher than Kane.
Rises in the east. He's elite.
Yeah. You said he's all these things. He's the one that signed a contract. Weak mentality, if you ask me.
The Spurs fan here said he was awful.
Rodney. Pogba making Bald look bad today. HH.
Talk about it, man. Talk about it.
It wasn't a horrible game.
No. It wasn't a good game, man. It wasn't a good game.
Did Pogba have a horrible game?
No. I wouldn't say Pogba had a horrible game. I did think that this is the one where I disagree with Ford at times. It's like, well, yes, Pogba can hold onto the ball. Sometimes he holds onto the ball too long, and at times he gets dispossessed. That was more. I would say that was more so evident in the second half. Although, to be honest, we didn't really have any other midfielders on the bench because Bruno and McTominay were out for illness reasons. So I can't really blame him. So, but it is what it is.
I do agree that he holds onto the ball too much. I will say one instance that he did then turn the midfielder, which is Bentancur, spread the ball 50 yards, which then led to the corner, which obviously led to Ronaldo scoring. So I would just say, I think this iteration of Pogba, because he's struggled for so long at United, playing in a double pivot, which doesn't really suit him. He's become very passive in the attack. Like as a number 10 today, he didn't really make enough runs in behind and trying to make things happen in that sense. But when he got the ball, he did try to keep it, played it quite safe at times. And when you'd probably want more from somebody of his ability. But again, that also comes back to the point that no matter who you put in this United team, because of how dysfunctional they've been, you're always going to struggle to get the best out of them, which is why I do have sympathy for Ronaldo at times, Pogba, Sancho, and others.
So hold on. Your boy Ralph Ragnar says, if you had hair, I'd take you in my coaching team. Now, I don't really want to be in your coaching team, but last I checked, this is hair though. So I don't know what you're talking about. I do have hair. This is hair right here. And so I don't want to on about you psycho. Z-Man, talk to me about the goats, man. Talk to me, man.
Yeah, man. This guy doesn't stop HH. It's starting to become scary, man. I think this guy might continue for another 10 years, man. When I saw him score the third goal, I was like, that's it. That's a contract renewal right there. That's a contract renewal performance, bro. I'm actually fearful he might continue and keep goal scoring. Like, this guy's not going to stop at any moment. But again, man, throughout the whole game, I thought Ralph got it right. This might not have been their best performance. I would even say against Watford, they performed better. They just weren't clinical, and they've been missing that clinical edge. And now you see them performing, counterattacks and playing more so to the Ollie mold, just in terms of just dealing with Spurs. They did well, and their tactics did work. And we saw the best of Cristiano Ronaldo, and there's no excuses against Atletico. I expect there's no excuses from both sides. I expect João Felix to show up, and I expect Cristiano Ronaldo to show up. So we're gonna see. I feel like Spurs again in a Conte role. It's you need your. So you had Kane up top, but you had Son right behind him, who's kind of playing the mold of just being that shadow striker and playing towards the flank as well. It just felt like he wasn't doing enough as well. I mean, we criticized Kane, yeah. Kane is nowhere near Benzema. I get that. Kane is nowhere near Lewandowski. He's not in the same mold of these type of players. But at the same time, it's like Son dodges criticism. This guy signed a contract. When Kane signed a contract, everyone said he's a weak mentality player. But when Son did it, nobody said anything. And this is a guy everyone rates high. So
Son has been bad for a lot of games now.
no, you have to keep that same
No,
energy.
but
Facts.
is Son
You have to
rated
keep
as
that same
highly
energy.
as Kane? Zeman, is Son rated as highly as Kane?
It's Son. No. I heard from people Son is a world
That's
class
the question.
player.
He's not rated as highly as Kane.
No. People would tell me Son is a world class player, and yeah, he's the one that signed the extension, so he deserves criticism. I mean, you could say Kane is overrated by the media and what people see him, because that was a wild take by saying that this guy that Mbappe is in the same level as Kane finally, just because of his performance against Real Madrid. I get that. That's a horrible take. That's a horrible take. But at the same time, I don't think Kane is as bad as people think he is. I think he's a better footballer than Lukaku. I would say Lukaku has just done more with his career, but I would say he's a better footballer. But again, man, this Spurs side, they need a whole revamp. Like this whole team needs to be structured. You're having Eric Dyer play as your center back, and he's been performing decent at that position, and that's a problem within itself, because you can't be relying on a center back like that and expecting to reach top four. So this team has this team has so much problems, and their fullbacks they're not good enough. Like they need new fullbacks. They need a whole new team, and that's what Conte's been. That's the struggle that Conte's been going through. I mean, how much time have we seen him in the media criticize this team, saying that he needs his players, and the fact that Spurs aren't
He's
supporting
not going to
him?
get them though.
Yeah,
He's not getting them.
Yeah, a part of it is his fault, because what did you expect? And another part of it is Spurs aren't ready to let go of their players, because they fear, because it's that fear of they'll never come back to this position. I kind of feel like that's also holding them back to in certain instances when it comes to making transfers happen, such as letting go of Harry Kane when you got $100 million offer. Again, man, this is going to take a while, and I thought they performed well. That midfield did have good balance from Manchester United. I thought that this was the most balanced midfield. Pogba didn't have a great game. I was told this guy's an incredible talent. On his day, Merchant, on his day, he's world class. But again, he had.
Look, it hasn't worked out. What do you mean? What do you want to say?
No. I'm sorry, and he went bald for this game, by the way. So shout out to him. Shout out to him.
So he's trying to keep allegiance with the Ball brothers out there.
Yeah.
So look, I believe United. I mean, Tottenham, they're done. Not making top four. I believe United will still make top four. What say you? I still think that
I still don't think
let's be real. United have more guys you can rely on in high pressure games than Arsenal do. It's all good looking good, but can you still look good and still do good when it really counts?
No, I get that, but we can't. Again, we have to look back at Cristiano Ronaldo's performance. I know he scored a hat trick, but in previous games, this guy was missing sitters, and they were resting him. He's not going to play week in, week out. So if you're not going to be reliant on him week in, week out, and if Man United do end up making it to the quarterfinals, it's like you're gonna have to choose when to rest them. Now, granted, these March fixtures are going to define it the most out of any fixtures. If they could come out of this with only like 2 points behind and whatnot, then I could probably change.
They don't have any games left
think...
this month other than Atletico.
Yeah. I mean, throughout the season, yeah, you're right. They only have Atletico left, but again, I think with Arsenal only having to play one Premier League game a week, I feel like that gives them such an advantage compared to Manchester United. So I still think Arsenal are going to make it. They're still in the top four race. It's between Arsenal and Manchester. There's still the field. Statistically speaking, when he's on the field, that Manchester United have less clean sheets than a porn studio. This is the problem.
I can't remember last time a defender has contributed to so many losses and has made so many individual isolated mistakes. It's crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I thought this is a good game. I see some Ollie ball coming back. Bro, if they come back playing like this, the top four.
Let me hit this, and then I want to come back to Robert and run off with the RDS man. Natsa says Messi getting knocked out is the motivation. Do you think he's that sick? Do you think Cristiano actually watched that game and used that as motivation?
Yes,
So you think he's that sick and that petty?
bro. Like he in his own head, this
That's
rivalry has
messed
been
up.
going on
No,
for
come on, that
centuries.
come on, that is messed up.
Bro.
HH, did you see how low his underwear were in that stream, HH?
Ford, just talk over this dude, please. Ford, talk over this dude, please.
I mean, look, like we know, like Ronaldo for a long time has made this rivalry so much more than it really was, which is why the media has taken it and blown it up as much as they have. So yes, I do believe Ronaldo would do something like that. And again, I saw it in his eye, bro. I saw it in his eye. He had something a little bit different in there tonight, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, we'll see what happens on Tuesday. We'll see.
Aura says Messi finished at 34. At 37, Cristiano most goals in history. Man,
Yes, he broke the record today
He did break the record today, yeah.
for
Wait,
most
who-
goals in men's history, football
Most goals
history.
in men's football history, Ronaldo.
What?
Yeah. Greatest goal scorer of all time now. broke the record.
That's only FIFA records because some of FIFA didn't register all of Pele's
Wait,
goals, or
so
even
he
Romario.
surpassed Pele. No, I doesn't Pele still have more?
Official? Or
Yeah.
Not official goals, not official. I mean, he has
Bro,
more
bro,
goals in
this
his
guy- this
backyard.
guy-
That's
Don't do
undisputed.
This
that.
guy
Don't do
was
that.
scoring goals against
Don't
his
be an
kids,
official
man.
United man. Don't be
But
an
No,
official.
HH, you know, today, yeah, it did show us a lot about how they're gonna play against Atletico Madrid, bro.
Abdul, wait, Abdullah, are they like waxing your ears or something? He's dropping a two-piece. They're knocking those bombs out of
I
the
know,
park.
I know, but that's not what I'm
And
talking about.
Abdul, we're gonna
Oh
have
my
a
God.
post-match celebration stream. So Abdul,
No,
what
no,
are
I
you
no,
know,
about?
no, I'm just saying, like,
HH.
the way they're gonna set up defensively.
I don't
against.
care how they set up. They're beating those bombs. Now,
Your
Rob,
jinx
tell
isn't
me.
gonna work. Your jinx isn't gonna work. HH.
I love this. No, it's just because I think Ronaldo is the only
Abdul,
footballer
don't do that.
to
Abdul,
go
Abdul,
against.
don't do that. That's not a
HH's
jinx. Abdul, don't do
You know,
that.
the only
Abdul,
footballer.
don't do that. It's not a jinx.
You know.
Oh, I
Abdul,
forgot
believe
Red
they
Devil
will
was
make him up.
recording.
Abdul,
HH, he
relax.
defies
Abdul,
your
hold on.
jinx, bro.
Abdul,
It
look at
defies
the
the
Abdul,
jinx.
look at my own stroke. Abdul,
Abdul,
Man
did
United are going to knock them. Look,
did
hold on,
Messi?
I'm straight. Man United are going to knock them out. Cristiano will drop a two-piece. Look
I
how
don't
serious
know.
I am.
I don't know about that.
Did
HH.
Messi defy HH's jinx? Because
HH, I can't see your eyes. Let me see your eyes.
Okay, so Man United are going to win. This is not a jinx. It is real because this is real football. Look at that. Rob, are you guys making top four? Talk to me.
Most likely not at this point because
Rob, don't say this, man. Rob, don't.
well, they have been too inconsistent. A win and then a loss, a win, a loss.
Well,
So
Rob, have hope. Rob, why don't you have hope? Have faith, man. Why don't you have faith? Why have you lost faith?
every time they win, they lose, and every time they lose, they win. And also, Son has been very poor for a lot of games now, for like 8 games or something. He has been quite poor, but he just keeps scoring even though he's poor. So I think that because Son isn't playing well on form, and we have lost too many games, I don't see it happening.
Red Devil Studio, man. Do you make like artists? Don't give me the answer to this reverse psychology crap. Please don't give me.
I'm not giving. I'm keeping it real. Unlike yourself, who attempted to reverse jinx Ronaldo.
Red Devil
several
Studio,
times
you have the goat.
several times.
Are you saying that this
Yeah.
guy, are you saying that this freak of nature will not fire you into a top 4 against those freaking Arsenal dudes? Come on, man.
How can I put it? So, okay, to put it into context, right? Okay, do you think that Chelsea will beat Newcastle tomorrow? I need an answer to that question because that stems
Red Devil
into
Studio. That's not Red Devil Studio.
no.
The
Stems
title of this
into
stream. The
question.
title of this stream
Yeah.
is Man United Tottenham.
Yeah.
Wait,
And we're
can
focusing on
Chelsea
United
travel to the
Tottenham.
game? Do they have enough
Abdul,
fuel?
meet your mic. Abdul, meet your
Can they
mic.
travel?
Abdul, meet your mic.
No. Well,
So,
I
RDS,
guess
I
the
need to
thing is
answer based
Yeah.
off United Tottenham.
No, it's
Will
because
your bum-ass, trash-ass club who've not
No,
won a
it's-
trophy in
no,
6 years get top 4?
No. It's because if you think that Chelsea will lose, then obviously Chelsea will be in a top 4 race, which will then mean it's more likely for United to finish top 4. Whereas if you think Chelsea will win, then the likelihood of United, because the only way United are going to get top 4 is if Chelsea and Arsenal are also in the top 4 race. If Chelsea do beat Newcastle and stay clear, then I just think it's going to be difficult for United to just win against Arsenal when Arsenal have got 1 game pretty much season, and they're on good form. And
So you're giving up on top 4. like a coward.
Well, again, second question: will Chelsea beat Arsenal? Because that's one of their games in hands. Because we need you to beat Arsenal for us to get into top 4. Is that going to happen?
Wilson.
So
why
no,
are you
just
here?
before goes on.
Yo,
Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on. Okay, all right, sorry, finish your point.
Yeah, no, just if you just answer that specific question, if Chelsea lose to Newcastle and they could beat Arsenal, United have a chance to get in top 4. Other than that, like I just think it's going to be difficult. So, but if you could answer the question, that'd be great.
And the answer to that question, RDS, is we hope for the best. That's my answer. We hope for the best. Wilton, what do you want? Wilton, what do you want? Why? What do you want, Wilton? What do you want?
I just want to say that I hope the GOAT does this on Tuesday too, because he needs to knock Atletico Madrid out the Champions League. It's just we can't have Simeone.
So Wilton, he's the GOAT because he put a 3-piece against a team who won a trophy.
It's just he's always been the GOAT though. It's just like I don't know how anybody thinks Messi's better than this guy. Like the guy's just the end
0 goals in World Cup knockout. Was that?
Yeah, it hurts. I know it hurts you because
let HH keep on saying those things that helps. So go on, Belton.
What 3-piece on Tuesday?
On this Sugat though, it's just like what a performance by him. I think he only lost the ball 3 times this entire match. The fact that he scored a tap in, he scored a long shot, and he was literally scoring. The only goal he didn't score with his left foot. He did every single goal right. He scored a tap in, a long range goal, a header, and he was just missing the left foot to go. But I'm not surprised though he got this hat trick. It's just like he's getting ready.
Yes, you are.
No, not. It's
at 37. At 37,
I
yes,
mean,
you are.
He's the
Yes,
GOAT,
you are.
man. He's the GOAT in my
don't.
book. He's the GOAT. Maybe you're right. Maybe he might be using Messi thing as a thing because as a motivation because my GOAT Messi, man, this guy. I don't want to talk about Messi right now, but today it's about Ronaldo. But I'm just praying that he didn't waste all his energy against Tottenham. Honestly, I do need him to knock Atletico Madrid out because we can't have Simeone going far in the Champions League. It's very disgusting. It's just I don't know why. Like it's just like why do you hate Ronaldo so much, man? The guy's just legendary, bro.
Wait. Abdul, isn't he our GOAT? Abdul, isn't he our GOAT?
HH, he is the undisputed greatest player of all time.
Yeah.
Like,
Have
you ever seen somebody pull their shorts down and go live on Instagram?
Okay, you know what?
Or miss a one-man free kick.
I don't know if you know this. In the Premier League this season, only Salah and Ronaldo, they both have the same amount most clutch-winning PL goals this season. So he ties Salah today. So it's insane, man. The guy's 37 and doing it, and meanwhile,
and God bless us. So, guys, look, there'll be a hangout later tonight where we'll talk about Chelsea being taken over by Saudi owners. Zeman, you freaking hater.
What happened to Content Crack? I can't see our club.
I wanted
to buy it off you, man.
Zeman, can you mute your mic? I'm making a freaking announcement, man. What the hell? Okay, Zeman, we'll talk off air. There's a freaking chat group. So tonight, 11 p.m. hangout tonight. We're going to talk about Chelsea, Newcastle. There's a Chelsea Newcastle postman stream tomorrow. Stamford Bridge. All the boys are going to talk out. We are getting taken over by Saudi owners. You freaking filthy, stinking haters. We're going to get our Saudi money, and the money is going to roll.
I'm hearing it's going to be called Manscaped Bridge.
Tell our bomb master Mark by Studio to shop. Abdul, what was saying?
I'm hearing it's going to turn into Manscaped Bridge for sponsorship now.